CoinSwitch is basically getting into wealth tech, right? So they basically are now making a new platform called People Co. Which will basically deal in investment products like ETF, stocks, mutual funds, bonds and everything. And this will also include CoinSwitch and CoinSwitch Pro, which will be a platform with a newer investment class and a wealth management division. And this is, of course, because the Web3 ecosystem is in shambles right now, and everybody who had picked in money are basically trying to pivot and do stuff.
I think the only thought I have is that this is for me, it's very India one kind of a business, right? And I don't know how long we can sort of keep on farming the same set of 1% of consumers, right? The TAM we are going after is everybody else who is building for India. India one is going after the same thing, right? But I think at some point, these wealth tech platforms have to think about how can we bring people who don't have a demat account into that fold, right? So those kind of business models, I think, should be exciting in the coming 5 to 10 years, where we are thinking about people who are not trading, who are not don't have a demat account, but would like to do micro saving. I don't see many founders thinking about wealth tech from that angle. I mean, this is not, again, not about conflict, but just a general thought that when I think of wealth tech, I'm thinking about, how can I bring, somebody sitting in Indore or somebody smaller town onto that platform where they start putting in 500,000, 2,000 bucks, right? But that's where the real unlocking will happen for next 5, 10 years. So, but regardless, I mean, then very small group actually, Zero the guys talk about it all the time, it's very, very small group, right? They themselves talk about it that this is a very small group and this is going to grow multiple fold, but I don't know how that's going to happen. But certainly, anybody who's planning to build in wealth tech needs to think from that micro saving angle, more from micro saving angle. Yeah.
Hmm. 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 But doesn't that mean that there is a TAM? I mean, there is a huge TAM, and there is all the more money to be made. And this is just a good market opportunity that these people are thinking कि यार है तो चलो explore करके देखते हैं. Because at the end of the day, the money is there to be made.
Yeah, money is there. I think this is more of a supply side issue where we are not speaking the language with the consumer bond, right? In that
Hmm.
time. So far, we are only appealing to very India one kind of consumer, right? ETF. I don't think uh, people think that way. If you
Makes
travel out
sense. Makes
100
sense.
kilometers outside metros, yeah.
I mean, so what I think is that what you guys are saying there are quite apt. First of all, I think they have the money to explore this. And secondly, wealth and management in most cases, what I have seen is that they are looking for people who can put more than some basically 10, 15 lakhs of rupees because they know that 1% of that money is something what they can make uh, on a regular basis. And that's why, I mean, if you see most big firms also, right, they go after these kind of customers who have a surplus money to invest. I think to make money right from the people who can just invest actually 500 bucks per month, it's very hard to make money from them actually.
Hmm.
1% of that is extremely low, right? So most of the wealth management firms, they are mostly after, I mean, the people who have extra money to invest. And I think it's quite right that they have the money to explore this. And if you see, right, mostly what happens is that most people do what is working right in the market. So right now, if you see in terms of banking, and VFCs are, they are doing very good. And the same thing, like what's happening, that the wealth management firms, right? These firms are also doing very good. So any person who is into basically fintech, they want to expand into that because they know that this the way they can basically make money. So that's happening. I
Make
mean, the
money.
market is quite hard right now, and I don't think so. Their goal is to go after like people who can spend 500 bucks per month. But I think I am 100% sure that if we can bring those guys into the ecosystem, Of course, the stock market would be much, much better for them and for us as well. But yeah, I think that's a much harder problem to solve, I guess.
So these guys, because of their crypto side of the business, they already have the traffic of the guys who wanted to invest into a slightly risky asset class. So in case they already have the traffic, it makes sense for them to divert the same traffic towards slightly more, I would say, relatively safer asset classes. Obviously, the margins you can make in these products is low, so they need to go for high volumes. But since the TG is roughly the same for them, it makes sense for them to diversify. And anyway, that segment is growing, so there is no dearth of demand as such at this stage. So they can still monetize their existing user base out there.